our two countries, but also more importantly between our peoples. The people of Malawi and South Africa are only separated by borders. They are the same people, and they have been interchangeably visiting each other over generations, and that in itself solidifies the bonds of friendship and also should nurture our future. The composition of your delegation is a reflection of the key areas your administration wants to focus on, and we truly welcome the areas of focus that you want us to have in our discussions. South Africa is in agreement that peace, security, trade and investment, and health, gender and labor and migration are central issues, not just for our respective countries, but for the region and Africa as a whole. There are currently 15 agreements between our two countries, and it is my hope that after this visit there will be further agreements as we expand our areas of bilateral, regional and continental cooperation. We look forward, Your Excellency, to working closely with Malawi on all these matters that have been in discussion amongst our delegations. At a time when our continent is grappling with the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, it is essential that we forge greater cooperation in matters of health, social development, and economic reconstruction that our two countries so need. We will need to work together closely if we are to unlock our potential in developing, but more importantly in implementing a regional economic recovery strategy. Most of the world's economies have contracted sharply as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Livelihoods have been diminished, and in some cases they've been destroyed, and millions of jobs have been lost all around the world. In our own country, we've suffered massive losses of jobs. The situation will for some time be particularly difficult for developing economies such as ours and your country. Nevertheless, we remain firmly fixed on our collective goal of meeting the aspirations of our continent's Agenda 2063 of a more peaceful, integrated, and prosperous continent. In just 2 months' time, we will take the most far-reaching step towards African integration when we will enable the African Continental Free Trade Area to come into operation. The AfCFTA agreement is an important mechanism for catalyzing economic growth and development on our continent. The signing of the bilateral economic cooperation agreement between our two countries during this visit could therefore not have come at a better time. The agreement paves the way for a greater movement of goods and services between African countries and will expand the market and create enormous opportunities for all our countries. In due course, I look forward to seeing many more products and goods from Malawi in our markets. That's what I hope to do. In many, many ways, we want to see your goods in on our shelves, in our shopping centers. That's what we would like to see. We haven't had the opportunity to see goods in large numbers made in Malawi and made in other countries. So this agreement is going to open opportunity for that. So we are looking forward to see Malawi flying its flag through the products that you are going to be selling in our shops. As our respective economies seek to recover from the significant economic impact of the pandemic, greater intra-Africa trade will tremendously boost our fortunes.
That's right.
Now, this pandemic has taught us that when we come together as African countries, we can overcome many difficulties. Solidarity and cooperation between African countries has in no small part enabled us to weather the worst effects of COVID-19. And it is around COVID-19 that we have as a continent really distinguished ourselves as a continent that acts in solidarity, a continent that has a clear strategy. And I do hope that the world media will be able to recognize this, because there is no other continent that has acted as one more than this African continent. And we have done very well. South Africa, Your Excellency, look forward to closer work